Hey everybody, Allie from Geek Alchemy here today. I have been contemplating making more liquid soap over and over, been doing a whole lot of research beyond what I've already done with my gel savon, and said, hey, you know what? There's no new information I'm gleaning from this, so I am going to just dive right in and use the rest of my red rose red wine infused red rose infused red wine, and I added just over an ounce and a quarter of glycerin. I am going to be attempting, and I say attempting because I have never made the cold process version of this. Oh geez, there's a rose in here that I didn't get, sorry. And some people, like, it just magically works. I don't know why, I don't know how, and other times it takes days and days, so I'm literally going to be, you're coming along with me on the experiment. This is essentially going to be part one, because there's no way that I can put this as part two or with its second half right away. I am still trying to find a video editor for my Chromebook, and I'm having a wretched time of it. So anyway, let's go ahead and start mixing the potassium hydroxide. Last time I did this with the cold process soap, it misbehaved on me, so I'm going to be doing just a little bit at a time. Okay, so I just got done stirring all the flakes in. We're hovering between 147 and 150. Nope, it's going down. For the lye solution, and my oils are at room temp, so they're 73 degrees at the moment. I am not wearing gloves. I know, please do not do as I do as I say, and find protective gloves. They can be dishwashing gloves, they can be medical grade gloves, but put something on to protect yourself. I am waiting on my order, and will most likely have my gloves long before this video even pops up on the internet. Alright, I do not feel anything in here. Let me just check the temperature one last time. Roughly 145. And my oils are cooling down even more. They're down to 72 now. So I'm going to stir this in. Make sure that any glycerin gets in here. We want all the good stuff. Glycerin is also supposed to really help move trace along. I'm kind of counting on that. That's another reason why I'm attempting the cold process version of this today. All right. Here we go. Looks like we're at emulsion, but when it comes to cold process soap, or when it comes to liquid soap, excuse me, that doesn't mean too much. I'm going to be here for a good few more minutes, if not 5+, and then I'll go ahead and bring you back. I don't want to bore you just staring at this. Okay, I'm back. It's been literally 5 minutes that I was doing nothing but stirring. The emulsion was literally just a look. It's barely emulsified. It's easily separating still. I'm giving my motor a couple minutes break, and then I'm gonna be back to stir again for probably another 5 minutes, but like I said, I need to let my poor little motor cool down. If I didn't mention, this is a 16 ounces of oil. It's mostly sunflower. There's just a touch of castor oil. And yes, I already said, mostly red rose infused red wine. The color, the lye started to turn it green and now it went brown. I'm not exactly sure how this will translate into the diluted soap, but we'll see. Hopefully the just over 1.25 ounces of glycerin will help move things along. I probably should have added quite a bit more, but I wanted this to be mostly red wine. If this works out well, I'm going to have this at the Love for Life event in Williston, Florida. I'm honestly not sure when this video will pop up. There's a good chance it'll pop up afterwards, but in any case, it'll be on my website, so check that out. And I'm gonna go ahead and pause you guys and get back to blending. Okay, second round of 5 minutes of stirring. I had a moment where it looked like it was gonna go to the applesauce stage, and then it stopped itself. I also ended up grabbing some air a couple times and had to burp the stick and things, so it kind of slowed down the whole rhythm. That might be why it's not at applesauce stage yet. As you can see, it's at 108, 109, depending on where I am in the bowl. Yeah, it's at 109. So it's about the temperature it was when I started mixing. Hasn't really cooled off, hasn't really gotten super hot. For those wondering why I'm not using this bowl since it's such a smaller amount, I am trying to anticipate a possible volcano. I honestly haven't a darn clue what's going to happen. And I am trying to, excuse me, leave enough headspace so that if there is volcanoing, I have plenty of time to stir it out. I am going to check the time real quick. Yeah, I'm going to let this rest another 5 or so minutes. I'll go ahead and stir another 5 minutes or more off camera, and then I'll bring you back, let you see what it looks like, and from there I'm going to sign off. So I'll see you guys soon. Okay, so I'm going to have this be the last update for this part of the show, so to speak. I'll come back with a part 2, maybe a part 3. I really don't see how this is any faster than hot process. I'm essentially at the same point I was with the crock pot at this time, about a half an hour in. It's starting to get a little thicker. There's still separation. But as you can see, there is a trace. It was thicker just a moment ago, but again, this is the part where it still isn't completely, what's the word, homogeneous. So it's definitely, at the moment anyway, not any faster. I'll have to learn some tricks from more experienced soapers out there. But I can't say it's any worse either. It seems to be, like I said, about the same as the hot process soap at this time. Maybe if I added more glycerin, we'd be farther along. I also, this time around, with my first batch, I added 10% brine to my water. My water was 10% brine, and I had a portion of the water set aside as for my honey that I added. This is so far not really acting any differently. I know I said that like 3 times now, sorry. I'm going to go ahead, sign off, and when this looks different, I'll start part 2. So you guys have a geeky day. I'll see you. Thanks for sticking around with this experiment for this part, and I'll see you in the second one. Bye.